It's my pleasure to welcome you today to our Fox Hill Winter Concert. The students have been working really hard alongside the teachers to put on a great performance for you. On Friday, the rest of the school was here watching the show, and I think you're in for a real treat. So we'll start with the band, then we'll move on to the orchestra. There will be a brief kind of transition moment, and then we'll hear from our singers. So sit back, relax, enjoy, and I present to you the Fox Hill 2024 Winter Concert. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Curran. Good morning. I'm Mr. Neil Pierkowski, teaching the 4th and 5th grade bands here. I want to thank all the students for their hard work since September, doing a great job. Our 4th graders, Friday was their first concert. This morning it's their second concert, done a great job. And thank you to all the parents for giving them this opportunity, without which this is not possible. So we'll play a few things for you, and I hope you enjoy it.
We will first play a piece called Step by Step. Next will be the English tune, Hot Cross Buns. You will now hear a clarinet first.
The 5th grade band will now play an arrangement of Winter Wonderland, originally composed by Felix Bernard in 1934.
To conclude the band portion of the concert, we will now play Jingle Bells.
Great job, band. Thanks very much for your work this year since September, and I'll turn it over to Mr. Samuelak now.
Thank you, Ben. I'm Mr. Samuelak. Thank you so much, the fifth grade children's teachers. Each group has a couple of tunes that have been working really hard on the last few months. I'd like to share it with you. And we're going to start off with fourth grade. Fourth grade can stand up. Eva's going to introduce our first piece for the day.
Our first piece is Lively Road. This is a well-known folk melody that gives us unique challenges with flowing technique. D-String Rock by Ted Kansler. We had a lot of fun learning this piece with its driving rock-inspired rhythms. Our next piece is Little Largo by Richard Meyer. This slower tempo piece taught us to use dynamics so loud and soft for musical expression. We enjoyed this new challenge and hope you do too.
character. This famous melody was composed by Jack Offenbach for his operetta Orpheus in the Underworld.
Nicely done, fifth grade. This time we're going to transition for the chorus.
When people look at me, they think I like music, I'm quiet, and that I'm a surfer dude.
When people look at me, they think I'm quiet, they think I'm not athletic, and they underestimate me overall.
When people look at me, they think I'm quiet, I don't like sports, and that I'm not smart.
When people get to know me, they realize I'm funny, I'm kind, and I'm a scout.
Well, when people really get to know me, they know that I'm kind and a very intelligent person, I'm very athletic, and overall, I'm just very social.
If people really got to know me, they'd know that I like video games, I play an instrument, and I'm a scout.
My name is Nick, and I'm from Burlington, Massachusetts, and I am 100% the future.
My name is Stelios, I'm from Burlington, MA, and I am the future 100%.
My name is Evan, I'm from Burlington, Massachusetts, and I'm 100% the future.
Hello everybody, thanks for coming. I am the Lorax, I speak for the trees, and I'd like to say a few words if you please. Regarding the story that you're about to see, it actually happened, just take it from me. But there's way more to the story than what's on the page, so please pay attention while I set the stage.
At the far end of town where the prickle grass grows and the wind smells slow and sour when it blows, and no birds ever sing excepting old crows, is the street of the lifted Lorax.
Deep in the prickle grass, some people say, if you look deep enough, the place you'd be there. Well, the Lorax once stood it just as long as I could before someone lifted the Lorax away.
What was the Lorax, and why was it there? And why was it lifted and taken somewhere? From the far end of town where the prickle grass grows, the old one's that lives here, asking, who knows?
Truffle trees are dead.
Once he once lurked don't knock at his door. He stays in his lurker and on top of his door. He lurks in his lurker and cold under the roof where he makes his own clothes out of muffler and move. And on special day midnights in August he peeks out of his shutters and sometimes he speaks and tells you how the Lorax was lifted away. He'll tell you perhaps if you're willing to pay.
On the end of a rope, he lets down a thick pail, and you have to put in 15 cents in the nail, in a great-great-great-grandfather's stamp.
And he pulls up the pail and makes most careful count to see if you pay him the proper amount. And he hides what you paid in his snub and the secret strange hole in his grubbyless grub. Then he grunts, I will call you by whisper or phone, but the secrets I tell you through your ears alone.
Down slips the whisper of a phone to your ear, and the old ones those whispers are not very clear, since they have to come down through a snarly hose, and he sounds as if he had small bees up his nose. Now I'll tell you, he says with his teeth sounding gray, how the Lorax got lifted and taken away. It all started way back, such a long, long time back. Way back in the days when the grass was still green, and the pond was still wet, and the clouds were still green, and the song of swanny swans rang out in space. One morning I came to this glorious place, and at first I saw the trees, the truffula trees, the bright colored tufts of the truffula trees, mile after mile in the fresh morning breeze. And under the trees I saw brown barbaloots, frisking around in their barbaloot suits, as they played in the shade and ate truffula fruits.
From the rivulous pond came a comfortable sound of the humming fish humming while splashing around. But those chocolate trees. All my life I've been searching for trees such as these. The touch of their touch are much softer than silk, and they have the sweet smell of fresh butterfly milk. I feel a great leap of joy inside my heart. I know what to do with some of my card. In no time at all, I had built a small shop, and I chopped down a truffle tree with one saw. And with great skillful skill and with great speedy speed, I took the soft tip and knit it with me. The instant I finished, I heard a gazump. I looked. I saw something pop out of a stump from the tree I chopped down. It was sort of a man. Describe him, that's hard. I'm not sure if I can. He was shortish and oldish and brownish and mossy, and he spoke with a voice that was sharpish and bossy.
Mister, he said with a sawdust and sneeze, I am the Lorax, I speak for the trees. I speak for the trees have no tongues, and I'm asking him at the top of my lungs. He was very upset and he shouted and puffed, what's that thing you've made out of my truffle top?
Look, Lorax, I said, there's no cause for alarm. I just chopped one tree. I'm doing no harm. I'm being quite useful. This thing is a thneed to find something that all people need. It's a shirt, it's a sock, it's a glove, it's a hat, but it has other uses. Yes, far beyond that. You can use it for carpets, for pillows, for sheets, or curtains, or covers for bicycle seats.
The Lorax said, sir, you are crazy with greed. There is no one on earth who would buy that wolf meat. But the very next minute, I proved he was wrong. For just at that minute, a chap came along, and he thought the meat I admitted was great, and he happily bought it for $3.98.
I laughed at the Lorax. You poor, silly guy! You can never tell until people will buy. I repeat, cried the Lorax, I speak for the trees. I'm busy, I told him. Be quiet if you please.
I rushed across the room and in no time at all, built a radio phone. I put in a quick call. I called all my brothers and uncles and aunts, and I said, listen here, there's a wonderful chance for the whole Wensler family to get mighty rich. Get over here fast, take the road to North Niche. Turn left at Weehawken and Sherburne at South Stick.
And in no time at all, in the factory it built, the whole Munster family was working full tilt. We were all knitting thneeds, just as busy as bees, to the sound of the chopping of truffle trees. Then, oh baby, oh, how my business did grow. Now chopping one tree at a time was too slow. So I quickly invented my super axe hacker, which chopped off 4 truffle trees at one smacker. We were making thneeds 4 times as fast as before, and the Lorax, he didn't show up anymore.
Do
chopping as fast as you please. But I'm also in charge of the brown barbaloots. We played in the shade in their barbaloot suits and happily lived eating truffle fruits.
Now, thanks to your hacking my trees to the ground, there's not enough truffle over to go round. And my poor barbaloots are all getting the gummies because they have gas and no food in their tummies.
They love living here, but I can't let them stay. They'll have to find food, I hope they may. Good luck, boys, he cried and sent them away. I then once I felt sad as I watched them all go, but business is business and business must grow, regardless of crummies and tummies, you know. I meant no harm, I most surely did not, but I had to go bigger, so bigger I got. I biggered my factory, I biggered my roads, I biggered my wagons, I biggered my loads. Of needs I shipped out, I was shipping them forth, to the south, to the east, to the west, to the north. I went right on biggering, selling more needs, and I biggered my money, which everyone needs.
Then again he came back. I was fixing some pipes, but an old nuisance Lorax came back with more grapes. I am the Lorax, he coughed and he whipped. He sneezed and he snorted. He snarled, he sniffed. Once, Lord, he said with a crockless croak, once, Lord, you're making such a smogulous smoke. My poor swami swans, why he can't say no. No one can sing who has smog in his throat.
And so, said Lorax, please pardon my cough, they cannot live here, so I'm sending them off. Where will they go, I don't hopefully know. Man to fly for a month or a year, to escape from the smog you smogged up around here.
Once more, snapped the Lorax, whose dander was up. Let me say a few words about gluppity-glup. Your machinery chugs on in day and night without stop, making me gluppity-glup. Also sloppity-slop. And what do you do with this leftover goo? I'll show you, you dirty old one-star man, you. And then I got mad. I got terribly mad. I had to look at Lorax. Listen here, Dad. All you do is yap yap and say bad, 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 bad. All you do is yap yap and say bad, 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 bad. Well, I have my rights, sir, and I'll tell you, I intend to go on doing just what I do. And regretfully to you, Lorax, I'm figuring on biggering and biggering and biggering and biggering. There are more trouble cans with needs, which everyone needs. And at that very moment, we heard a loud whack of an axe on a tree. From outside of the fields came a snicker and a smack of an axe on a tree. Then we heard the tree fall, the very last truffle tree of them all. No more trees, no more things, no more work to be done. So in no time, my uncles and aunts, everyone, all waved me goodbye. They jumped into my cars and drove away under the smoke-smokered stars.
Now all that was left neath the bad smelling sky was my big empty factory, the Lorax and Dad.
The Lorax said nothing, just gave me a glance, just gave me a very sad, backwards glance, as he lifted himself by the seat of his pants, and I'll never forget the grim look on his face when he hoisted himself and took me through this place, through a hole in the smog without leaving me a trace.
And all the Lorax left here in this mess was a small pile of rocks with one word, unless. Whatever that meant, well, I just couldn't guess.
But that was long, long ago. That was long ago, but each since that day I've sat here and worried away. And worried away through the years when my buildings have fallen apart. I've worried about it with all my heart.
But now, says the once Lord, now that you're here, the word of the Lorax seems perfectly clear. Unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing is going to get better. It's not.
So, the catch calls
once learned, he let something fall. It's a truffle seed. It's the last one of them all.
One seed can start a garden, one drop can start a seed, one doubt can start a hating, one drink can set us free. One seed can start a garden, one drop can start a seed, one doubt can start a hating, one drop can start a seed, one doubt can start a hating, one drop can start a seed. One drop can start a garden, one drop can start a seed, one doubt can start a hating, one drink can set us free.
You're in charge of the last truffle seeds, and truffle trees are what everyone needs. Plant a new truffle, treat it with care, give it clean water and feed it fresh air. Grow a forest, protect it from axes that hack. Then the Lorax and all of his friends may come back.
We're still here, we're barbaloots. We look perfect in our suits. And we miss eating truffle fruits. So we say, let it grow. Let it grow, let it grow. You can't reap what you don't sow. Plant a seed inside the earth. Just one way to know its worth. Let's celebrate the world's rebirth. We say, let it grow. We're Swami swans, we love to sing. We love to hear our voices ring. So it's about time we did something. So we say, let it grow. Let it grow, let it grow. Like it did so long ago. It's just one tiny seed, but it's all we really need. It's time to change the life we lead. It's time to let it grow. Running fish and we can fun because we miss sharing our home. So take us back to where we're from and please just let it grow. Let it grow, let it grow. Let the love inside you show. Plant a seed inside the earth. Just one way to know its worth. Let's celebrate the world's rebirth. We say let it grow. Let it grow, let it grow. Let the love inside you show. Plant a seed inside the earth. Just one way to know its worth. Let's celebrate the world's rebirth. We say let it grow. Let it grow, let it grow. Let the love inside you show. Plant a seed inside the earth. Just one way to know its worth. Let's celebrate the world's rebirth. We say let it grow. You promise not to cut down any more truffle trees?
You really think I make a promise?
Please.
Fine.
Oh, I forgot. There's a crowd.
Oh. Thank you for coming to our show.
Can we get one more round of applause for the students? Acknowledge also all the teachers that put a ton of work and effort into this show. So if we could give a round of applause to all of our music teachers but thank you all for coming, and I wish you a happy holiday season. Thank you.